are the absence for this class session and give it to me after our class later on. Okay? So, before we are going to proceed, please be reminded with our classroom rules. Can you please read, everyone? Okay, can you please read, everyone?
Treat everyone kindly to maintain a peaceful environment. Work together, support classmates during activities. Complete tasks on time and take care of the subject.
Okay, so thank you. So now, before we are going to proceed to our new lesson this morning, let's have our learning objective first. Okay, so can you please read, everyone?
Define cooperation and responsibility in the story. How my brother Leon brought home a wife. Construct and use and assess the imperatives, personal barriers, and others' questions. Appreciate the importance of cooperation and responsibility in fostering understanding and harmony in the local village.
Okay, so before we are going to proceed, are you ready to our first activity this morning?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so but before that, last time we discussed about the Filipino value of respect, right? Okay, so now who can share one example of how respect is shown in Filipino culture? Okay, yes, Ms. Takdasan?
It is shown by using po and opo while talking to others, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So today, that's correct. It is very important for us to know and to apply to this kind of values, especially when we are talking to our what?
Elders.
Very good, elders. And now today, let's have our quick game. So this game title, Value Relay. So I'm the one to read the directions telling us, okay? I will group you into 3 groups and then you have to choose your leader and then group leader will come here and pick a flashcards here inside the box and then after you pick these flashcards, pass the card or flashcards next to the person. Then each group must think or brainstorm and give an example of the value in action before passing it along. And then group mates, you will help their members and then relay the value in the front. Okay, so are my directions clear, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now you know this will be the group 1, group 2, and group 3. So you may now pick a flashcards here. Okay, so read. Okay, read. Okay, so now let's start. Okay, so what value is written in your card? Group 1.
Respect, ma'am.
Okay, very good. So can you please come here and give an example of respect?
Of course, by saying po and opo, ma'am.
Okay, very good. Group 1. So saying po and opo and saying also excuse me and thank you to our elders or to someone. Okay, now let's have the group 2. What value you got? Yes,
Hospitality,
group
ma'am.
Okay. Yes, group 2.
Hospitality, ma'am. The example is offering a shelter or food or water to a student
Let's have your directions. So I will divide you again into 3 groups. And within your groups, you have your representatives to take turns acting out the situations while your group mates guess the value demonstrated. So, am I understood, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's start. Let's start. Go to your group silently and let me present to you your incentive chart. So here, your incentive chart. Okay. So your incentive chart, which is the right the main goals. Then in every participation you will have, I will give you 5 points. Then in every right main goal consists of 5 points. Here. Okay. So if you are ready, say yes, yes, ma'am.
Yes.
Are you ready?
Ma'am. Yes, yes, ma'am.
Okay, so very good. So now, let's now start. Okay, so group 1, what value do this picture represent?
Value of environment, ma'am, agriculture, so of the environment operation.
Yes, very good. That's the operation. Very good. Okay, so group 1 got the 5 points. Yay. Okay, now how about the second picture?
Responsibility, ma'am.
Very good. Group 2, you've got 5 points. Now how about the last one?
Harmony, ma'am.
Okay, good job everyone. Now class, I will ask you, how will you define cooperation and responsibility? But before that, I will give group 3 5 points. Okay, Yamina?
Cooperation, ma'am.
Cooperation and responsibility. Yes, Mr. Dasan?
Well, cooperation means working together towards a common goal, sharing resources, and supporting each other, ma'am.
Okay, how about responsibility?
Ma'am, it means that being accountable for one's actions, decisions, and commitment.
Okay, that's correct. Thank you so much for sharing your bright ideas, class. Now let us see how these values are portrayed in our story today. Did you enjoy?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now let's have our another activity. So today we will discuss and unlock the difficult terms or words from the text. Then we'll explore this through the story. Okay, so here the story. The story titled How My Brother Leon Brought Home a Wife. So here, what we are going to do here is let's define some words from the story using context clues. Are you still in your groups?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so then here's the direction. Be still in your group and read the story. Okay, here is the story. Okay, group 1, group 2, and 3. Okay, and then after reading the text, put your answers or your unlocked terms in Manila paper. Okay, so here I have here a Manila paper. Okay, so do you have a Manila paper, class? Okay, so now write your answers in a Manila paper and then post it in front. Okay? So, but first, please read the text, class, for you to unlock the vocabulary or the difficult terms in the passage. Okay, so here. Okay.
You're not reading, ma'am.
Okay, you're done reading. So now, what words did
Composure, ma'am.
Yes, composure. Okay, you unlock composure is the calmness and self-control. So, last two.
Ma'am.
Yes, Mr. Dasan.
Gentle.
Okay, gentle.
A polite, refined, and well-mannered person.
Ali, you unlock the word gentle. Okay, so last one.
Verdant, ma'am.
Okay, very good. We're done. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, excellent work, everyone. Now let's connect these vocabulary words to our theme, which is the cooperation and responsibility in the global village. So the global village means that we are all interconnected and our actions have an impact on others around the world. So now let's connect this vocabulary words that we have unlocked earlier. Okay, so Kalesa and Karatila. How do you connect these vocabulary words to our theme? Okay, do you have an idea? Yes, please stop that again.
Kalasa and Karadala. So, in the global village, just the people from different parts of the world adapt to their own ways of life. We must learn to respect and appreciate different cultures, just like Maria respectfully used throughout life.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, how about the composure? Okay, we stop that again.
So, composure. So, in the global village, we often face challenges when interacting with people from different backgrounds. Maintaining composure like Maria allows us to resolve conflicts peacefully and maintain positive relationships across cultures.
Okay, great. So now how about the cooperation and responsibility based on the topic that we tackled today? How will you define it based on the story that you have read? Yes, Miss Lady
Cooperation and responsibility are demonstrated through Leo's care for Maria. Maria's adaptability and the narrator's supportive role showcasing harmonious relationships and shared responsibilities within the family.
Okay, very good, everyone. I have noticed that you've unlocked well those difficult terms and well defined the cooperation and responsibility from the story I have given to you. So let's give everyone a round of applause. Okay, so now are you ready for our next activity?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so but before that, our next activity is called Discovering Values Through Unlocking Philippine History. So now before we are going to read again the text from the story, let us have the guide questions first for you to answer later on. So can you please read in chorus, everyone?
Why do you think Maria, Leo's wife, tried her best to adopt her life?
2.
How did Leo take responsibility as the Lord's older brother? What role does the setting play in shaping the relationships in the story? Why do you think Leo's father wanted to test Maria before fully accepting her? Do you think this was fair or wrong?
Okay, very good. So now, I have given you the passage of the story earlier, so you have to read that again. And then later on, I will ask you questions. These guide questions, I will ask you later, and then you have to answer. Okay? So for you to analyze and to...
Mom, we are done reading.
Yes, okay. So now, let's get back to the guide questions. So, why do you think Maria, Leon's wife, tried her best at yes, Mr. Dasan?
To show respect and understanding
studies, I have here 8 questions. I have here 3 questions. And in social studies, in the integration of the social studies, we met, in today's global village, we met people from different cultures, and how can values like cooperation and responsibility helps us in such situations. So now, let's incorporate this by giving you at least 3 questions, and then for you to analyze and answer. Are you ready, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, that's great. So let's have the number 1. So how does understanding different cultures help build stronger communities? Yes, Ms. Taptasan?
So understanding different cultures promotes respect and reduces conflict, leading to better cooperation and stronger, more united communities, ma'am.
Okay, very exactly. By understanding cultures, fosters respect, reduces conflict, and promotes cooperation, and making communities even more stronger and more united. Am I right?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, now question number 2, how can countries cooperate to solve global challenges like climate change? Yes, Ms. Legally.
Countries can work together by sharing resources and strategies such as setting global policies to reduce pollution, providing aid to combat poverty and inequality.
Okay, thank you so much. Correct. Countries can share resources and set common policies, working together to tackle challenges like climate change effectively. Okay, so now the last one. Okay, so last one. How does taking responsibility for our actions create a more peaceful world? Yes, Miss Taptasan.
So taking responsibility helps build trust and accountability promote peace by ensuring our actions benefit others and contribute to harmonious society, ma'am.
Okay, well said. Taking responsibility builds trust, and accountability is the key to peaceful and cooperative relationships. Okay, so now we've done our activity. So now let's proceed to our next activity. Are you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this time you have to create a chart. Okay, so here is the okay, so now let's create a cooperation and responsibility chart. You have to write one example from the story and one real life example in your group, and post your answers right on the board. Okay, so here. Okay, so just wait for a little while. Okay, yes, Miss Tapdasan. cooperation and responsibility chart.
That's mom.
Okay, very good everyone. You really got the answers. So, from the chart that you have created, you integrate. You have given the example from the story how Brother Leon wrote home a wife. And then you have also given a real life example for our chart. Okay, so thank you so much everyone. So now let's proceed to our next activity. Are you excited?
Yes, mom.
Okay, so in your groups, here we will have a role play. And then a scenario where cooperation and responsibility are essentials. Then, for example, welcoming a new student. Each group presents a short skit while using imperatives, prepositions, verbs, and WH questions. So here, the group 1 will be welcoming a new student. Then, the group 2, organizing a community cleanup. And then the group 3, solving a classroom conflict. Okay, so now let's have the group 1. Okay, so you have to present a short skit, and then your assigned task is to welcome a new student. So I have a guided prompt here for you to do a task. Okay. So first, you have to introduce yourself. And then, next one, you have to use imperatives to guide them. Okay? Okay, first, Madeline will introduce her name. Okay, and you are the one to welcome her. Okay, sige.
Hi, I am Melanie.
And then,
Welcome to class A.
okay, so use imperatives. How are you going to use imperatives?
So, come with me to the teacher's desk.
Okay, very good. Now then, ask W questions to find out what the new students means.
What do you like to do?
Okay,
What do
please
you want-
read.
Where do you want to sit?
Okay, now number 4, use prepositions to explain where things are in the classroom.
The library is near the exit. Your books are on the shelf. And of course, we can help you with your homework. Let's show you around.
Okay, very good. You may now take your seats. So thank you, group 1 and group 2 and group 3. Okay, so thank you for your participating, for your actively participating our activity this morning. Okay, so now let's proceed to our assessment time. Are you ready?
Yes,
Okay, so our assessment time, we have here a 10-item multiple choice type of test, and then you have 2 minutes to answer these questions. Okay, are you done, class?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so now, thank you so much. Please pass your papers here. Okay, but before that, we have still our assignment for you to answer and to be passed next meeting. Okay, so you have to read another contemporary Philippine story or poem that highlights cultural values and write Number 3, include one historical or cultural fact related to the text. Okay, so